Hello and welcome to your astrology and spirituality overview for Tuesday the 15th of September.
Thank you so much, Elisa. And what cards have you chosen today?
Today we are using the Archangel Oracle cards. So these are just full of all of the archangels and the messages that they can bring to us. So
Johnny Seven has been intrigued. Thank you, Johnny, for commenting
Johnny, yeah.
about the amount of cards you have. And for British viewers, I said, yes, Elisa's got more cards than Tommy Cooper.
I do.
Which is a comedian, if you're not from these parts, who used to say, pick a card.
So I do have a lot of cards, but they've just sort of accumulated over the years, and then people gift them to you, or Christmas's birthday. So I just love working with all types, but I do have my favourites. So the card that comes up here is Archangel Michael. Love working with this angel. It says crystal clear intentions. Be clear upon what it is you desire and focus upon it with unwavering faith. Archangel Michael is this angel of protection. If we think of angels as energies, this is not, they're not necessarily like these fluffy beings that we see in film or in art. They're very strong characters. Archangel Michael is someone who defends, our creator, God, the Lord, however you want to match yourself to that energy, is somebody who has our highest interests really at heart and who is very protective. So if we are feeling like we need some extra protection today, then we can call upon Archangel Michael. And he's saying here, be crystal clear about what it is we want. Focus upon it with unwavering faith. Don't doubt. Don't worry about how it's going to work out. Just really hold on to the fact that if it's in our highest good, then it very well may come into our life.
That's so lovely. For people who don't perhaps quite get the angel situation, what would you say to them who don't really do angels, as they would say? What would you say to
I feel learning about angels is like any spiritual practice. There's a lot of practices that help us with our spirituality, with our self-development. Astrology would be one modality. Tarot, you could say, is another. Angels, for me personally, are this very deep connection where they act as messengers, really. So if we find it difficult talking to that higher power, because a lot of us, have so many different reasons why that might be hard to do.
Would one of them be an incredulity that they exist?
Yes. So
for some more practical people.
Yeah, first of all, it could be that power is too much for me to understand how it could possibly exist. For some people, they may have found it difficult within their religious practice to associate with that figure. And for some people, it's just getting our heads around that awesome power, whatever that might be, that created us. It can blow our minds. So I like to think of angels as that bridge. If we think of them as almost like the male men or women of the spiritual realm, who we can, give our intention to, give our mail to, our spiritual mail, and that will be sent.
When you say
to God.
Send mail, M-A-I-L.
Yes. So
A-mail, not email.
Email. Well, we can think of it as
angel mail.
Spiritual email.
Hey, we've come up with a completely
angel
new
mail.
concept here.
I love it.
This is amazing. Amail.com. We've got to buy this domain.
Why don't we try that? Why don't we try writing a letter to God, to the universe, to our angels? And just imagine that being delivered, bridging that gap between our human existence, which is very physical, very real, very scientific. But we do have a soul, and that is being proven more and more each day through research, that we have a consciousness. And that consciousness is what we're working with when we're talking with angels.
Well, I just think that was absolutely brilliant. What a fantastic description.
Thank you so
and it's
much.
helped me to understand the concept more clearly.
Thank you.
In terms of transformations, the Sun is forging a beautiful 120-degree angle with Pluto, the planet of change, but also power, of secrets, of the underworld, which has been in the sign of Capricorn since 2008. Now, this trine It gives us the opportunity to physically change our environment. So in a conscious way, we're going to transform, because they're both in earth signs, Virgo the sun and Pluto Capricorn, to physically change our environment in some way by making an improvement. Or it could be our spiritual consciousness could change from this, or something could seem to change in our world where we're not necessarily choosing it, which is very Plutonian, can be very hard to get our heads around, and can feel quite scary actually sometimes when people or situations go out of our lives that we thought were very important to us, and it's very hard to understand. And then actually Pluto's working deep down within us, making these things happen. And so that's a very powerful concept. But also, along with that potential for transformation, we also have a lovely angle between the moon in the gorgeous, proud Leo and Mars. Now, of course, Mars has been broadly squaring up with Saturn since the end of July. And I feel that, pretty well to the first week of October, they're within 3 or 4 degrees, and that has caused a lot of frustration. But I think the balance between more directed and more go-getting energy that comes through Mars and the more receptive energy of the moon suggests that we can perhaps, tell someone how we feel today, be jollier, do something more spontaneous in a fun way. But there is also the potential for that transformation as well.
Wow, that's so profound. But I love anything that works at that really deep level, because that is what helps us just flourish into new ways of being. So that's exciting as well as scary. But thank you so much for joining us here today. And, we'd really appreciate it if you felt inclined to subscribe and hit that notification bell, because the bell is so important, because it means you get alerted every time we drop a new video.
Yes, even if you're a regular watcher, which we're immensely grateful for, by becoming a subscriber sends a message to YouTube to share our videos more. But for now, if you'd like to read your free daily horoscope, Aries to Pisces, please see underneath this video. But from myself, it is goodbye.
And from myself, it is goodbye.
Have a great day.
Goodbye.
Take care.